Good morning. This is Sister Nikiya with your timely truths for today. So, today I wanted to talk a little bit about trusting in God. I don't know if anybody's life is like mine, but some days you have times where you have something awesome happen. And it's like, wow, this is so wonderful. And then at the same moment, you have something that is confusing and something that is a little traumatic or something that's you don't understand that's happening, and they come at the same exact time, and it's so confusing. It's like, how can things be so great on this end, and on this end things are so crazy, but I believe that's just how life hits us sometimes. That's just some things that we all go through. Like, we'll have an instance where we might get a promotion on our job, and then in the very next second, we find out that somebody got hurt or something else crazy might have happened. Um, and you kind of feel like you're tossed all over the place. You kind of feel like, Lord, what's going on? What's happening? And in those instances, we really have to put our faith and trust in God, because He is our rock. He is that solid ground that we have to cling to when things just don't look right in our lives. When things are just topsy turvy, we can go to Him for stability. We can go to Him for peace. There's a couple scriptures that I looked up that really talks to these things. Proverbs 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Um, that's really what it is. That's really what it is. It's about trusting in God and knowing that He has our best interest in mind. Trusting in God and not trying to figure it all out for ourselves. I realize that some things that affect us have nothing to do with us. Like, some things that we go through um, have absolutely nothing to do with us. Decisions people make have nothing to do with us but affect our lives. For me, one thing that was a big situation in my life, when my grandpa passed away in 2017. Um, my grandfather, he lived on his own terms. So, when he chose it was his time to go, he didn't want to be on any machines. He had COPD, and he didn't want to be on machines for oxygen to move his lungs, to get that CO2 off of his lungs. He chose to say, you know what, this is what I want. This is how I want it to be. And whereas that had nothing to do with me, it was something that truly affected me. But it had nothing to do with me. That was his choice. That was his life. So in that time, I just had to trust in the Lord that He would get me through that situation in my life. It was very hard. My grandfather was like the model of who we all looked up to in our family. He was our patriarch. And without him, of course, we felt a little lost for quite a time. But that really taught me to trust in God and to just trust in His will for my life and know that He's not going to leave me. He's not going to forsake me. Every situation that I go through, God is going to be there for me. Another scripture that I saw was Isaiah 26:3. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. So, God will keep us in perfect peace if we keep our minds stayed on Him. With everything that is going on in the world today, um, just so much like, are we going through a recession? Is there going to be a housing crash? Or interest rates are going to go too high? Like, what's going to happen? We can't get so focused on everything that's going on around us that we lose our peace, that we take our focus off of God. Because when we take our focus off of God, that's when we lose our peace. You have to keep your focus on God. Keep your focus. He's like the point in the storm, that middle point in the storm that you keep your eye on, so that everything going on around you might be twirling around you, but you're focused and you are stable and you are steadfast, um, because your eye is focused on God. Your eye is not being drifted to the left or to the right when you are trying to make your way through life's challenges. And let me tell you, life is going to throw you challenges every day. You know, I I sit here and I smile, and that smile is really just the joy of the Lord. The joy in knowing that God has my best interest in mind, that God is watching out for my family, that God is taking care of us each day, and that whatever He brings to our door, He's going to get us through it, and that whatever we go through, that we can trust in Him. You know, having faith and having trust in God is the one thing that keeps us going each day. It's the one thing that keeps me going each day, because without Him, I would be lost. So, during these turbulent times in our country and the world, with everything going up, skyrocketing prices, God is our Jehovah Jireh. He's going to provide for us. So don't lose hope, don't lose faith. Continue to trust in God and continue to know that God is going to take care of you as He takes care of the birds of the air. He feeds them, make sure they have water, make sure they have a place to lay their head. He's going to take care of us as well. So God bless. I pray you have a wonderful day. If you're seeing this at night, I pray you have a wonderful evening. Take care.